10 Best Picks presents the top 10 best DJ controller. Starting at number 10. Hercules Control Compact. This great-looking DJ controller is also one of the lightest. The clue is in the name, it's amazingly compact. The Hercules DJ Control Compact takes the best of what you'd expect from a professional controller and mixer and waters it down into a refreshingly simple interface. That said, there are no channels here, but you'll get dual jog wheels and 4 performance pads on each side. It's likely to be a great fit for any budding DJ who might feel a bit overwhelmed by some of the more complex mixers and controllers out there. Hercules DJ isn't a brand many might throw in with Pioneer and Numark, but their controllers are surprisingly versatile and professional. What might appeal to beginner DJs is the fact that the mixer details are front and center, while all the additional controls and tweaks are available at the sides. The Control Compact is unlikely to be a good fit for Ibiza-based pro DJs, but what it will be is a great launchpad for anyone keen to learn as they go. It's a really good fit for anyone with the taste for jing, but who might want to spend a little time feeling their way around. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. At number 9. Numark Mixtrack 3. The Numark Mixtrack 3 brings together all of the best elements you'd come to expect from the manufacturer. This controller really is a joy to play around with. Taking the best visual and interface elements from their best-selling controllers and mixers elsewhere, the Mixtrack 3 is something of a greatest hits package, which will likely appeal to beginners and those who want to grow into jing fairly quickly. That said, the Mixtrack 3 really isn't a plaything. It's impressively rich in tons of great features. While it doesn't have a built-in sound card, it's likely to work well with your choice of DAW. You can even load up prime loops alongside, with the ability to throw in samples and mix more and more FX in as you go. It's also really easy to browse through audio files and tracks on board, too. All in all, we think the Mixtrack 3 is a great choice if you want to learn mixing as you go, though it may be worth holding out for a more refined or professional Numark controller if you have a little more experience. Number 8 of my list. Numark Mixtrack Pro 2. Okay, we've already taken a look at the Mixtrack Pro 3, but the Pro 2 is still well worth holding out for. While the Pro 3 really perfects all the pads and synchronization features the Pro 2 lays down, the earlier system remains a great value choice. Numark, as always, pack and stacks of great features and controls into seemingly simple interfaces, meaning that the Pro 2 is likely to appeal to beginners and pro users alike. Touch-activated controls and ease of navigation across your music library should appeal to anyone looking to save money on their DJ controllers. Crossfader and mixer functionalities are just as intuitive now as they were on the Pro II's release. Yes, there are more DJ controllers worth looking into in 2020, but we really can't discount the appeal and power of the Mixtrack Pro 2 just yet. This is likely to be a great option to look into if you're used to Numark's tech, or if you really want to save money before moving onto something bigger and bolder. We can't say for certain how long the Pro 2 will hold out, but for now, it's a great choice. Coming at number 7. Native Instruments Traktor. But what about the S2? The MK3 increment is likely to appeal to those DJs who are working with tablets and Macs, particularly as there is a lot of flexibility in the hardware connectivity. You can easily connect the S2 MK3 up to an iPad and start mixing through DAW apps to your heart's content. Unlike the S8, the S2 MK3 is more ideal for beginners, purely thanks to its friendlier layout and smoother design. The S2 MK3 is built for pro use as well as for parties, meaning that it could well be one of the most versatile controllers on our list. But what else makes it one of the best DJ controllers in 2020? It's the fact it's so easy to get into. It's very easy to rig up, and unlike some of the most detailed and complex controllers out there, you can expect to hit the ground running after a few uses. That, as stated, doesn't make it any less capable. In fact, if you were already considering the S8, it might be worth looking back at the MK3 for something a little more user-ready. At number 6. Native Instruments Traktor Control S8. But what about Native Instruments? The Traktor Control S8 is definitely a different beast from the other controllers on our list, just from visuals alone. It's a hefty controller to carry around, but with a pleasing interface, 4 separate channels and clear color displays, there are perhaps few other controllers and mixers which are this easy to understand and get into from the start. It's simple to keep track of your mixes and positions, and what's more, the pads and loop triggers are easy enough to work with after a few sessions. What's likely to appeal to many people in the Control S8 is the fact that it has an emphasis on creating unique sounds. This is one of the most creative controllers and mixers on the market in 2020, meaning that if you are tired of the same old plug-and-play controllers, this is likely to appeal to you. The interface itself is highly bespoke, meaning that if you'd prefer to put your own slant on your music rather than to fall back on the same old FX and touches, the Control S8 is likely to be one of the best choices available to you. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Halfway of my listed number 5. Pioneer XDJ RX2. The Pioneer XDJ RX2 is a behemoth of a controller, heavier and bulkier than most, but with all the power and functionality you'd expect in return. Pioneer, if you haven't realized by now, is a leading name in controller tech, and there's more to come from the brand in our list of the best DJ controllers in 2020. The XDJ RX2 stands out even from other Pioneer controllers thanks to its brilliant color display. A 7-inch screen should offer you everything you need in on-board mixing control. Is there really any need for a PC or laptop? It's tempting to suggest that the XDJ RX2 isn't a beginner controller, but we actually think it has a lot to offer budding DJs. If you really want to start playing around with mixes, there are few controllers out there which offer this amount of choice in quite the same way. Plus, you can trust Pioneer to deliver an all-around professional quality sound and interface, meaning there are few controllers which stand up to the XDJ RX2. Coming in at number 4 of my list. Numark Nevada 2. Heading back to Numark, the Nevada 2 is a great DJ controller for those budding DJs who want to start out with a simple interface, but who have big dreams of making it big. You'll benefit from 4 decks and a series of full-color screens. What sets the Nevada 2 apart from much of the pack is the fact that there's really no need to keep checking your computer or plugged device. Everything you need to know from your mixes is right there on the screen. What's more, it should appeal to those who really want to make the most of Serato, even at entry level. The way the Numark Nevada 2 is built with fantastic displays, multiple decks, and trigger pads means that this is built as an all-in-one unit. Any DJs looking to control and mix everything in one place will likely find the Nevada 2 to be a breath of fresh air. Real-time mixing in line with Serato also means there's even less need for you to keep an eye on your DAW through a separate screen. You'll be able to set up nice and easily through USB, and the sensitive platter controls should give you a nice emulation of what you'd expect from vinyl. At number 3. Pioneer DDJ SX3. A fitting upgrade to the already excellent DDJ SX2, Pioneer's Pro DDJ SX3 goes all out to be the best DJ controller in 2020. In fact, it's definitely one of our top 3. The DDJ SX3 boasts up to 20 kHz in frequency range and offers multiple input and output jacks. There's a clear separation of mixing and playing here, which means even those just starting out with professional controllers will likely find it very easy to manage. However, much like the SX2 before it, the SX3 is definitely a premium controller. The SX3 might seem a little heavy on features to beginners, but it's seriously intuitive. It may well appeal to DJs who are looking for professional results without the hassle of having to relearn everything from the beginning. Anyone who has worked with Pioneer products before can expect the same great engineering and functionality, and while you'll need a pretty fast machine to plug in and play, it's likely to be more patient for you to adapt to it than you may think. Trust us on this one. Nearing the top of my list. At number 2. Numark Party Mix. Numark's Party Mix controller is as exciting as it sounds from the start. Colorful buttons and dials are likely to leap out at you. However, it's what's inside that really counts. Numark's fantastic value DJ controller offers you a built-in sound card and easy setup for various speakers. You can even blast out your own light show if you really want to. The Numark Party Mix is seen by many as a value alternative to some of the manufacturer's bigger and bolder tech. That might be true, but the Party Mix does what it sets out to do and more besides. It might not be the most professional of tech if you're looking for something to build a career on, but for occasional gigs and parties, it's really easy to get to grips with. You can rig it up with all your tracks and plug headphones directly into the controller to start listening to your mixes as you create them. There aren't many controllers out there with a built-in sound card, so this is likely to be a big draw for lots of DJs. And number 1. Pioneer DJ DDJ SR2. Boasting sensitive jog wheels, a professional interface and flexibility across a variety of DAWs, the Pioneer DDJ SR2 is our top pick for DJ controllers in 2020. Ideal for beginners, this lightweight controller is easy to get a handle on and is adaptable to all you will need is a phono adapter, which is unlikely to cost you much more on top of the controller's retail price. Pioneer is a great manufacturer of DEC controllers. It's definitely still holding up well in 2020, and it's likely to appeal to anyone just getting started with jog wheels and controllers in general. The DDJ SR2 offers a complete audio mixing interface alongside plenty of performance pads. You'll also have access to a dual level meter, and you can upgrade it to DVS when you're ready. What makes this such a great pick is the fact that it's ideal for beginners, but you can really grow into it, too. Pro DJs won't find that it cuts back too much on the features, either. For more information and price, check out the product links in description underneath the video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe my channel, share this video and hit the like button.